What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be reviewing and unboxing Super Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, this is Shadow after he gets a hold of the green gem and fights against and teams up with Super Sonic against Robotnik and his grandpa. On the back, you can see the line of figures for this wave. You got Super Sonic, Knuckles, Robotnik, Shadow, and Sonic, and then Super Shadow as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now, let's take a look at the figure. So again, this is Super Shadow. He has a head swivel, a arm swivel, or a butterfly joint, and an arm swivel and joint, bicep swivel, double-sided elbow joint. He's got a wrist joint, and he's got little finger joint as well. He's got the ab crunch area, but it's really just a swivel because the bottom area is not, cut in enough for it to actually have an ab crunch. It's got a leg joint, a thigh swivel, double-sided knee joint. It's got an ankle joint and swivel as well. It's just a little thicker than the wrist joint, so it's harder to turn. Now, details wise, it actually has a lot of detail. The head is really defined with the hair and the different colors of hair as well. The eyes are like this clear coat of resin or epoxy, I don't know. But the eyes are very centered compared to Sonic, which I'll show in a minute. He also has a frowning face, which is a lot nicer because Super Sonic and Shadow were very angry at the start of when they were going, and I don't think they ever smiled while they were in super form, except for maybe Sonic did in the second movie, but not in the third one. But his gloves and his shoes are way nicer than Sonic's, and they're a lot more detailed. There is a little bit of mishaps on like the inside of the rings, but that's honestly okay for being $14. They also have some hair details on the body as well, and then they really went all out for these shoes because these are just so nice. The detail is insane. And we all know that Shadow's shoes are way nicer than Sonic's shoes. I mean, just look at these. They're not good at all. But the eyes are more centered than Sonic's. The only difference between the two is really their hair and obviously their appearance. But their hair, Shadow's hair is a little more heavier because it's got it pushing back more, so it is more prone to falling backwards compared to Sonic's, but that's honestly fine. Anyways, let's go ahead and pose the figure. Now for the review of the figure. Now again, this figure is only like 15 bucks at your local H-E-B, Walmart, pretty much anywhere, GameStop. But for 15 bucks, this figure has great articulation. The detail is really nice. The different materials they use throughout the body, especially like on the eyes to make it reflective. For 15 bucks, this is a great figure. And the only really problem I have with it is, again, just like with the last one, is the head is too big. But, I mean, that makes sense for the figure. And then the arms are too small and the legs as well. So it gets very hard to pose the figure in, like, a really creative way because of the head wanting to lean back and it being too heavy, top heavy. Other than that, I'd say this is a really great figure. The articulation is great. Again, other than the two problems I just said, and so is the details. So I'm going to go ahead and rate it an 8 out of 10. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.